But no going back. But I want to go back. I want to go back to growing up in Compton because I'm from Liberty City. Mm-hmm. It's a hood in Miami. Yeah. He from a hood in South Dakota.
You can't even keep a straight face. He said, "What's wrong with
him, from a hood in South Dakota."
Yeah.
But talk about growing up in Compton, man, and obviously, we have ours is kind of like represented by neighborhoods. You from Liberty City, you from Overtown, you from Coconut Grove. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what neighborhood you're from. But it's a little different in Compton. I mean, I don't know how different it is, but tell me how different it is because you don't know what you see on TV and the colors and different things like that. But
our streets are controlled by gangs. Mm-hmm. You either on the blue side or the red side, or then you have the Mexicans. They have their gangs and things like that. But I grew up in Compton when I was younger. I went to Double Rock Baptist Church, so I'm really into my spiritual life. We grew up there. And then my dad passed when I was 8, so he committed suicide. So. At 8 years old, I was really confused early in my life. So we moved around a lot.
Okay.
So I was living in Carson. I was living in, Long Beach. We were living in Orange County. Anything. My mom was trying to find ways to make our situation better. So growing up, it was just a lot of moving around.
Yeah.
I
understand that.
Yeah. So nothing was really comfortable.
And where did basketball come into play? Is that was your balance?
That's
Basketball what was going on, that was your getaway from everything.
Yeah, basketball was my escape from life. Just, I had no time to really think or cry about it or anything because I had to take care of my family. At 11, 12 years old, I was getting paid to play basketball. So
that's what's up.
I had one of the most epic mixtapes ever.
Yeah,
the mixtape was bananas.
Thank you.
It's great.
How did I miss this?
I don't know. It was everywhere. His mixtape was
crazy. Make sure we air this.
Pull up the mixtape.
Make sure we air this. We put out some clips of that.
What were you like when those mixtapes were coming out though, for real?
Man, I was so like the first time I saw MySpace days. You see these guys. MySpace, yeah, these guys. They were following around us with cameras, and I was just like, damn, it's kind of like weird at first, but man, when they dropped that first mixtape on Ballless Life, and Hoop mixtape, man, that took over, dog.
Viral.
Yeah, I was like every week. I was like, "Yo, you see that? Like, have my mixtape ready." So, but that was the way to get us out there.
I'm watching that when I leave. I got to see it. Yeah. Now I got to see it,
buddy.
Now I got to see it.
I want to say though, because with all that, you say you couldn't get the grades to get to Arizona. They couldn't get you to Arizona for real.
Well, a lot of the reason was Luke Olson, he retired at the time, so that was really changing my mind. Joe Baez was telling me he wasn't going to come back. Okay. And then I didn't really know Kevin O'Neal like that, so I was already on the fence of it a little bit. And then
you weren't even fighting it.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, whatever. Like, we'll figure something else out.
It went 10 to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So how long do you stay in a row? How many games you play over there?
I played the whole season.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. The good thing about it, like having Sonny behind me, I was in the EuroLeague.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those games was set up for me to be able to showcase. So I played against Travis Best. Wow. I played against Errol Boykins. I also played against Ricky Rubio out there too, which was a highlighted game. So I got those games in that I needed.
So you don't understand because you never had to go this route. So let me explain to you how it goes. No, listen. You have a team. And you play for your city, but EuroLeague is when you play against other teams from other countries, and then they all have a winner. And you're the winner of EuroLeague. So that's not necessarily in your city. That's kind of EuroLeague. So you didn't have to go that route, Killer. You wasn't.
Get your ass out
just explaining it to the people at home and the people that never had to deal with that.
Yo, why do you think more kids don't take that route?
That's a great question. Honestly, to be honest, like you was different, bro. I told you I struggled making that decision as a grown man. You know what I'm saying? As a 21, 22-year-old man, I struggled to say, yes, I'm going to go to Europe for a year and come back and chase my dreams. So for you to be able to do that as a teenager, regardless of a kiss on the cheek from Sonny, that still was like, you got to give yourself some credit for that because you was making grown man decisions at a young age.
I'll tell you what though, I think it was headed in that direction. Melo went right.
Yes.
It started heading that direction, but then like everything else in life, everyone combats it, right? Oh, okay, we see that shit happening. Okay, we're gonna start G League, G League Ignite, and then the college is like, wait a second, hold the up.
Yeah.
That's they're gonna start taking. Okay, now we're gonna start paying them. So everything had a domino effect. What you did was a domino effect. Yeah. It was like it was starting to go that direction again. People were like, "Oh, he did it. He went 10. It worked out great for him.
Yeah.
He got a shoe deal early. He got the done. Blah blah. All that stuff started going into transition. But just like there's cause and effect, right? Oh, we ain't gonna let that happen. Yeah. So we're gonna start G League Ignite. We're gonna start paying in college,
in high school.
NIL. It's just you started a chain of reaction.
I should have let you answer that question. Just spoken like a true agent. I should have let you answer that question. Your answer was way better than mine. Yeah, that's the agent question.
That's what it was. You started it and I'm telling you, man. I touched on it before, but it was a real gangster move because that's an unknown.
Bro.
Like now people do it, it's like, oh, okay, cool. But you did it. It was like I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting there like,
they don't understand. This generation is. I don't know if they understand the history of basketball. So you might not never get your flowers, but we can give you your flowers. You started something.
Thank you.
Feel me? Like you started something. That took a lot as a young man. So I'm happy it worked out for sure. Congratulations.
So 10th pick. Talk about draft night.
Man, draft night was crazy because I was talking a lot of like during the draft.
Shocking.
Just off the fact that I was a little mad because I wasn't playing. I was watching a lot of my peers, have highlights in college, So a lot of overseas too. I was thinking like, man, did I make the wrong decision?
Of course.
Like, damn, like did I really like? But when I got to them workouts and I was kicking everybody's ass and stuff and saw how advanced I was, that's why I ended up 10th. I would have went a little earlier if I didn't say what I said about Rubio, but I couldn't help it.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Oh no, I basically said like I was mad because he wasn't working out. And I was like, well, why doesn't he have to work out and we have to all compete and stuff like that? So I was just like, and I was like, well, if he's that good, I was just saying stuff like that.
No, hey,
but
listen.
I mean, but it was.
I feel you though.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a young kid and you're looking for an opportunity to prove yourself, like lace your up.
Yeah. I think we was working out with the Kings and you could see Johnny Flynn just looking at me like, bro, like chill. Like, he like, bro. Like, he put his head down.
So that was that draft. That was Rubio, because like a gang of guards went top 10 then. Like a gang of guards, right?
Yeah, we had
Minnesota ended up taking. I got traded that year, so because I got traded. That was
Johnny Flynn ended up being in Minnesota too.
Yeah, Johnny Flynn and Rubio.
Both of them ended up being in Minnesota. I remember that. That was crazy.
Tyreek Evans, some guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyreek Evans get his spot.
Yeah,
he get his spot.
Like when you get to the NBA, then everyone talks about a transition. So to me, and you can answer this because you went through it, I feel like you'd have been even more prepared for the NBA transition than a college kid. Is that true?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Europe definitely helped that a lot. And also being at Oak Hill though.
Yeah.
People don't like. I was away for I left Dominguez in the 10th grade and I went to Oak Hill for my junior and senior year. So I was away from home already. Yeah. So actually doing going to Europe was actually easier for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, I already been away from home, so it's nothing.
You already been away.
I could just keep going.
That's crazy you say that because I coached in college basketball for 2 seasons. And anytime I picked a kid or recruited a kid or a kid came that was at like Mount Verde, IMG, one of those prep schools, they were 6 months or a year further along than any high school kid because the normal shit you do day to day, they'd already had it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't go to class.
Yeah. Motherfucker don't go to class.
Get up and play basketball and go to sleep. What you want me? I'm telling the truth, killer. Goddamn, what you want me to lie? It's okay.
Oak Hill, how was that? Because I was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Oak Hill was great for me. I mean, I'm a 16-year-old kid at the time. I'm getting whatever I want, all the hype and everything. But that was a time for me where I need to be alone. Learn how to wash my own clothes, learn how to, dressing in uniform, getting up on your own, like getting to the gym. I used to go to the gym every morning at 5 a.m. just because I had access.
Say it again.
So, I used to go to the gym. I used to go to the gym every morning at 5 to 6
at home
a.m.
need to hear this.
Yeah, 5 to 6 every morning because I was hungry. And, I knew this was my opportunity. This is the only way I was going to make it out. This is the only way I was able to feed my family. So, yeah, man, those 2 years at Oak Hill.
I say this all the time.
Changed my life.
I say this all the time, bro. If you want something bad enough in life, you'll figure out and do what you have to do to get it. Yeah. Whether it be going to Oak Hill, whether it be going to Europe, whether it be getting up 5 a.m., if you want something bad enough in life, you'll do what you had to do to get it, bro.
Yeah. You have to leave people behind too.
Yeah.
When you're getting it, I think that's the, that was one of the key things too in my life. A lot of off the court things I was battling with.
I think we can relate. We can relate. Growing up in Miami and playing professional sports in the city of Miami, dog, was probably the hardest thing that I ever had to do. But it was the most rewarding and beneficial thing. The evolution, the person you see right here sitting in front of you, I would say 360, but then I turned around to be the same. So
180.
It's a 180. It's a 180, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being able to say no, being able to separate yourself from certain people and certain things. Man, I got so many homeboys that passed away, you know what I'm saying, while I was playing professional basketball. And there was a time where I used to be out in the streets hanging out, you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing crazy. I'm a basketball player, but I'm in the same situation. You know how they go. You with somebody and something pop off, you just with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously for me, I had to get to the point where I was able to separate myself from people, leave some people behind. And then some you bring with you. You know what I'm saying? Some you bring with you. Some of them good for your mental health. Some people really got dreams and goals. And if you help people out with your platform, then you do it.
Yeah. I think the biggest key for me when I tore my Achilles was getting closer back with God spiritually. And I think, like outside of the hoop world, people don't really know how much we go through in life, like mentally.
Them dark nights. Nobody ever talk about them dark nights.
Them crazy dark nights to where your mind is just wandering and, you're trying to figure it out. And the best thing for me was me getting back with my Lord and Savior.
Ain't nothing better than that.
That's why I was able to get this tough crowd thing going. And
today's episode is proudly brought to you by our guys at Morgan & Morgan. It's America's largest personal injury law firm. They started out here in Florida 30 years ago and now are helping people across all 50 states. Morgan & Morgan is always for the people and have your back when it comes to fighting to get you full and fair compensation. As athletes, we have faced our fair share of injuries. That's why we know how difficult it is to get back out there after an injury. The team and the support behind you matter. And submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is free and easy. It just takes 8 clicks or less from the comfort of your own couch to get started. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/theOGs or dial #law. That's pound 529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/theOGs or #law, pound 529 from your cell phone. This, my friends, is a paid advertisement.
Who's scoring big this NBA season? You are, with all new ways to get in on the action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook.
From Monster Slams to Dishing the Rock and to Cleaning the Glass, get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of the NBA player props.
Here's something special for all you first-timers out there. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly.
Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes.
Take it to the rack with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using code OGs. The crown is yours.
That's promo code OGs only at DraftKings Sportsbook.